Hi guys, welcome back to Mansell Media Corner, and today I've been inspired by a fellow YouTuber in Beat Down Bunny to review the Tag Classics, which is Survivor Series 1995 and Survivor Series 1996. As you are aware, Beatdown Bunny did cover 1997 and 1998 Survivor Series, so a little bit of information before we talk about before I talk about the actual pay-per-view and what I thought of the matches. The attendance for Survivor Series 1995 was 14,500, and this was in the US Arena in Maryland on Sunday the 19th of November 1995. The commentators of this particular Survivor Series was Mr. Perfect, who returned back to the WWF at the time, now WWE, Vince McMahon, and good old JR, Jim Ross. So the first match of the night was the Underdogs, which is a babyface team of Captain Barry Horowitz, Marty Jannetty, Bob Holly, and Hakushi. I wonder whatever happened to Hakushi. He was a great wrestler. Versus a heel team of the Body Donners, which was Skip, Radford, 123 Kid, who just turned heel previously and aligned himself with the $1 Million Corporation, and Dr. Tom Pritchard. This match was actually a decent traditional elimination match. The 123 Kid being the sole survivor, but there's a great elimination by Marty Jannetty on Skip of the Body Donners. Then we've got Alonzo Blaze, Koyoko Inui, Chapurata Asari, Saki Hasegawa versus Bertha Faye, Osha Kong, Tomoko Watanabe, and Lioness Asuka. There's a brilliant line, which is true. Mr. Perfect said, "Whatever happened to the All-American lady in this particular match?" And the only two Americans are Alonzo Blaze, also known as Medusa, and a late great Bertha Faye. But the match itself was decent. Osha Kong's, I think she might be still going today, but she's a brilliant wrestler. And he had a really fun segment with an impersonator pretending to be Bill Clinton, who was president at the time. But you've got Goldust in his second WWE/WWF pay-per-view versus Bam Bam Bigelow, who had the pyro at the time, which made the Bill Clinton impersonator worry, because he thought it was like some sort of shotgun type of thing. But this was Bam Bam Bigelow's last WWF pay-per-view before he went to, I believe it was the ECW. The match was okay, you know. This was when Goldust was in like his Hollywood persona gimmick, where he'd quote Hollywood films. Then we got an interesting match, The Dark Side, which is the babyface team of The Undertaker, Henry Godwinn, Savio Vega, and Fatu, also known as the BSK, which is the Undertaker's behind the scenes factions. Because at the time you had the clique, which was Shawn Michaels, I think Triple H, Shawn Waltman, Diesel and Razor Ramon would always hang out with each other. But they took on a team of the worlds, which is Mabel, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, also known as Triple H, Jerry the King Lawler and Isaac Yankem, famously known as Kane. But this was when he was Jerry the King Lawler's dentist. But it's a decent, traditional Survivor Series match. But the main match of the night, kind of you could say is a double main event, but this is the best of the Survivor Series eliminations. First ever wild card match. And I don't know why WWE do not do this type of concept anymore, but you've got heels and baby faces on the same team against heels and baby faces on the other team. So you got the weird team of Shawn Michaels and Ahmed Johnson, British Bulldog and Psycho Sid versus the team of Yokozuna, Owen Hart, Dean Douglas and Razor Ramon. This match is a must. Like I say, it's a fun little moment, and I think this is before Shawn Michaels in the storyline collapsed in the ring, or just after. But the main event was a WWE Championship match. Diesel versus Bret the Hitman Hart for the WWE Championship. Bret Hart, I think, was #1 contender at the time. Diesel was the WWE champion for almost a year at the time. But this was more famous for the Bret the Hitman Hart bump onto the announcer's table. I think it was the Spanish. But I think this is the event where I'm teasing a Diesel heel turn, which it happens about, I'm going to say, the Royal Rumble. But this was the one where Bret the Hitman Hart won back the WWE Championship. But they actually had some decent chemistry, Bret and Diesel. That's my review of Survivor Series 1995. Now on to a legendary pay. Oh, by the way, sorry about this. The dark match was Public Enemy versus the Smoking Guns, which was the dark match. Anyhow, back to Survivor Series 1996. The attendance was 18,674. This was held on 17th of November 1996 at the most famous arena at the time, Madison Square Garden. This also has the free-for-all match, which is now the pre-show match before the main card. So you've got the babyface team of Bart Gunn, Jesse James, Bob Holly, and Aldo Montoya, also known as Just Incredible. And Jesse James was late to the Road Dogg a year later, versus the heel team of Billy Gunn, the Sultan, also known as Rikishi in the Sultan mask, Justin Hook, Bradshaw, now known as famously JBL, and Salvatore Cinci, I think, was Tom Brandy. The match wasn't that good. I think it only lasted about 10 minutes. But the main card, we start off with traditional elimination match, which is the teams of Phil LaFawn, Doug Furness, and the Godwins, with Hillbilly Jim in their corner versus Owen Hart, the British Bulldogs, and the New Rockers, which was pardon me, Marty Jannetty and Al Snow, then known as Leith Custody. The match was decent for what it was. Owen Hart, the British Bulldog, was a great tag team. The New Rockers were decent. We had Phil LaFawn and Doug Furness, who kind of a veteran team, making their WWF at the time, now WWE debut. They have a really good match with The Undertaker versus Mankind, with Paul Bearer locked into a shark cage. And of course, The Undertaker and Mankind had some legendary matches in 1996 to about, I'm going to say 99-ish. But he had an appearance of the Executioner, which was Terry Gordy, who was a member of the Fabulous Freebirds, I think, at one point. They're on to a legendary elimination match, which had just captained by Mark Mero, also known as Johnny B. Bad, in World Championship Wrestlers. The Stalker, which was Barry Windham. Rocky Maivia, of course, would later be known as The Rock. What can I say? The guy is a legend. No doubt about it. And Jake the Snake Roberts versus a team comprised of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Goldust, Jerry the King Lawler, and Crush, who was in the Nation of Domination. But yeah, this is a brilliant elimination match. And at the time, Jack the Snake Roberts and Jerry the King Lawler was feuding. At the time, I'm not too sure who the Stalker was feuding with. I know Triple H and Mark Mero were having a bit of a feud. But The Rock, of course, was the sole survivor. This match course, one of the great WWF/WWE feuds at the time was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret the Hitman Hart. This match did not disappoint. Absolute classic match and great chemistry between the two. Of course, they had a legendary match at WrestleMania 13, I do believe. But this started, I think, the whole of their feud at the time, unless they had a match prior to the Survivor Series. But he had not a very good match between Captain Yokozuna, Flash Funk, Savio Vega, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka versus Vader, Farouk, New Razor Ramon, and New Diesel, also known as Kane. This was at the time where you had a rare heel, Jim Ross, who brought in Razor Ramon and Diesel, and of course the real Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were in the New World Order at the time in World Championship Wrestling. But it's always sad when you see Yokozuna in this period of his career where he put on so much weight, and I think he must have lost a little bit of weight at the Survivor Series 95, but he put on a lot of weight, and it's always sad to see Yokozuna at this time in of period. We'd have main event was an iconic championship match with Shawn Michaels being the babyface, but he'd get a lot of booze versus a very over Psycho Sid. This, I believe, was the event where Psycho Sid won the World Heavyweight Championship off Shawn Michaels, who I think his name was Jose Lothario. Lothario is his mentor, whose first appearance on screen was with Bret the Hitman Hart in the classic, average WrestleMania 12 Iron Man match. But that's a bit of a review of the Survivor Series 95-96. Now the ratings. I'm gonna actually be fair. I'm gonna give this Survivor Series. Now I'm gonna say maybe a 7 out of 10. Because at the time, WWE and the pay-per-views weren't very inspirational. You had SummerSlam 95 with Diesel versus Mabel, not a very good championship match. But if you like it, that's fine. Yeah, also had the unforgettable King of the Ring, which wasn't good. Royal Rumble, not my favourite event. What I do recall. And WrestleMania, we don't talk about one of the worst ones of all time. But this was an improvement, so yeah, gets a solid 7 out of 10. This one, at the time, that was going against World Championship Wrestling. So I'm going to give this pay-per-view a solid, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. But the overall score of this Tag Classic, I'm going to say it's a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, there's some iconic moments, like The Undertaker, I do believe, with the Phantom of the Opera inspired mask, which Mabel broke, I think, on an episode of Raw or King of the Ring, because he broke his orbital bone. But other than that, there are some great iconic moments and debuts. So yeah, so overall this whole Tag Classics, which I would love to see, I would actually love to see the Tag Classics get some sort of Blu-ray release. Because the transfer of the DVD is decent. I mean, these originally came out on VHS, which I've got that on VHS, the Survivor Series 95. But I wouldn't go 4K on these. I'd go for like a Blu-ray standard release on the Tag Classics, where the Fremantle will allow them. Anyhow, thank you. Anyhow, I'm gonna do a couple of shout-outs before we end this video to the following. James Ovett, which is Scottish geek guy, he loves his pro wrestling. He commented on my Q&A, loved the TNA, the 6 sides of steel, six-sided ring. Of course, the guy who inspired me to do this video is my very good friend Pete Down Bunny. and another member of the wrestling community, the 2004 Punk, who's probably got every Tag Classics and every WWE release ever on like physical Blu-ray, DVD. Also Rocket Dave. Also Nathan the wrestling guy. Also my very good friend Rebecca Louise. My very good friend Jim Jam Movies and TVs. It's his birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday Jim Jam Movies and TV. I hope you have a good one, Rush. Which is Mate in the Black Country, if you don't know. Hail over at Small Screen, Big Screen. Magpie Movies, it is Geordie Paul. Big Paulie, the man, the myth, the legend. Kermit's Ghost. Ready Play Movies, which has done a couple of top tens and showing off his favourite WWE documentaries. Also John from Mondo Televec Movies, which was his birthday, so yesterday. So happy belated birthday, John. I hope you had a good one and picked up some horror films to add to your collection. And Bristolian Dave as well is going to get a mention. Blu-ray Bullet Brit. Jamie Powell and Rocket 2004, and my very good friend Rebecca Louise. So thank you for watching the channel. Please like, share and subscribe to the guys I've mentioned. There'll be some more like WWE reviews as it's Survivor Series on Saturday. Before I go, happy Thanksgiving to the guys over in America, which is tomorrow, I do believe. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. So yeah, thank you for liking Mantle Media Corner. Please like, share and subscribe if you like these type of videos, which are just random pro wrestling reviews. So thank you for watching and goodbye, folks. Goodbye.